Devin Haney fights George Kambosos upcoming June. Many think that he should go in there and bang it out and brawl it out with George Kambosos. Other people think he should outbox for the win because brawling is not Devin Haney's. That's not his sweet spot. And if you watch Devin Haney, he is he's more of a pure outboxer. But if you also watch him, he can mix it up in the inside with you. He has to work on his inside game a little bit more. They have to develop it. It's there, but it's not where it should be. He showed it against Jorge Linares, and there's some things when he's in the inside that he has to be mindful of. And sometimes he gets a little reckless and careless in the inside, and it can cause him to get hurt and clipped. He always has more success when he outboxes. That's just Devin Haney's thing. So the question is, should Devin Haney bang it out with Kambosos or outbox him? And my answer is, given that he's going out there to Australia, he's going to have to, he can't just do one thing. He can't just go in there and brawl. He can't just go in there and outbox. He's going to have to, pick and choose his moments when he decides to bang it out with Kambosos and brawl. And it's going to have to be a responsible brawl. It can't be irresponsible and reckless. And I don't think it will be, especially a fight of this magnitude, how important this is for Devin Haney. If he went in there and just brawled it out with George Kambosos, there's a possibility he can get clipped with something that he's not ready for or he's not going to see. Because, George Kambosos is fast. He has fast hands. He's going to hit Devin with some of his power. A lot of people say he doesn't have much power. He's not known for his power. But I would say, shit, man, he has pretty decent power. It's not like, I wouldn't say he has a tank power or nothing like that, but he has some good power, decent power. Not enough to probably hurt Devin Haney. So just going in there straight trying to pressure him, he can get countered with some stuff that he's not going to be able to block or avoid fully. He's not like Shakur Stevenson where Shakur can be right up on you and make you miss shots. Devin don't have that skill like Shakur Stevenson, so he can't do that. He's going to have to, but when you up close, you're going to have to take some as well as you give him. So he knows, I'm going to have to take some shots to give him. You know what I mean? So it's just the fact that you ain't, how long you stay in the pocket. You can't just get too comfortable in the pocket unless he can take George's power. But even still, why get hit unnecessarily, especially in a fight of that magnitude? The key is to try to put pressure on him and get as much points racked up and hit him with some power shots and then get out, and then hit him from the outside as well. That's what I think he should do. Don't just stand there trying to bang it out with him the way he was doing with Linares. You're going to have to be a little different with this dude here. And the dude got shorter arms, so Devin should have much more success on the outside. He has way shorter arms, so he should have definitely had a success on the outside. So if he goes in there and does that, just straight tries to walk him down and maul him, that's not Devin's thing. That's not what he's known to do. He's not really expert at that shit right now. He's still, I don't know what Bill Haney in the camp is really teaching Devin on that aspect, but that's something good to put into his toolbox, man, because there might be times he might have to go in there and do that, and he got to be efficient at it, He does that, he's going to get hurt. He could possibly get hurt, probably knocked out, it's possible. Hit with stuff he don't need to get hit with. So that's not a smart thing to just stand there the whole fight trying to do that. If he goes in there and just straight out boxes and doesn't decide to mix it up with George Kambosos, there's a slim chance that he could outbox him to 12. But he's gonna have to outbox him at 12. He's gonna have to piece him up bad, swell his eye, bust his whole face up for a whole 12 rounds. He can't be pity pat for the whole 12. He's gonna lose, especially in Australia. So if you're gonna go in there and just straight outbox, I don't think that's a good idea either. But if he does do that, he's gonna have to make it convincing. It's gonna have to be damn, I'm in here. He gonna have to fuck him up real bad with the jab. Hit him with like 3 jabs at once. Poof, poof, poof. Boom, power shot coming to the right power shot. He gonna have to go like do what Floyd did, kind of like he's gonna have to do what Floyd did to Canelo Alvarez when they fought. It's gonna have to look something like that. He's gonna have to hit him, make him miss, dip, and just counter and time him. It's gonna have to look something like the way Floyd made Canelo look, man. And for some reason, if Devin decides to fight like that, I can see it looking kind of like Floyd and Canelo. But with Devin still getting hit more than Floyd. He's not a Floyd Mayweather. He's not a Floyd at all. He will never be a Floyd. There will never be another Floyd. I hate when people say that. I give Floyd a lot of slack, a lot of hell outside of the ring. When people say, man, this dude right here is the next Floyd, Shakur's the next Floyd, Devin's the next Floyd. No. None of them will ever be Floyd Mayweather. But I will say this, though. If anybody would be a closer runner-up for, like, mimicking a Floyd Mayweather, I would think it's Shakur Stevenson, not Devin Haney. Just my opinion. And I love Dev, though. Just saying, I don't think Shakur Devin is on Floyd's level when it comes to defense and stuff like that. So the key to winning against George, especially in his hometown, will have to be for Devin Haney to mix it up, be smart. When you're in the inside, be aggressive but smart, be effective, know when to get back out, and outbox his ears off as well, to confuse him and try to frustrate him, and then make him maybe he'll run into something that he don't see, and then you can possibly knock him out. I know people don't think Devin can knock him out. I think people are sleeping on Devin's power. I think he could possibly knock George out as well. It could happen. I know people say, well, George took Tio's punches. Sometimes that triangle thing works. You can't always say that, though. Can't always say that. Because wait a minute, if I'm mistaken, all right, Tyson and, correct me if I'm wrong, Tyson and Buster Douglas, before Tyson got knocked out, he got put on his ass, got back up. Buster Douglas got back up and fought his ass off. But then, didn't Evander Holyfield stop Buster Douglas? I believe he stopped him. So, you telling me you think Tyson had less power than Holyfield? So, something debatable. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. What should Devin Haney do? Should he mix it up, pure or just straight keep it on the outside, or straight keep it on the inside? Let me know what you think. Drop a comment. Subscribe to Life Boxing. Catch y'all later in the next one. And I'm out.